The moment you have all been waiting for, the cheese toastie competition is back. So if you're not familiar with the cheese toastie competition, it was a game that G and I developed back in like 2019. I'm going to be making a cheese toastie today. We're going to eat it, rate it, and then next weekend G's going to make a cheese toastie, eat it, rate it. Hi, gorgeous boy. And that is the format. So we're gonna make this an ongoing thing. So many of you guys loved that old series. I get Instagram messages daily about when we're bringing it back. So I thought it was about time. Let's kick this off. Are you excited?
Give me a toastie.
Are you ready for some cheese toasties?
It's a good excuse to eat cheese, isn't it?
Oh my God, I love a cheese toastie. Like, if we always talk about if we'd open a cafe, it would totally serve cheese toasties. Exciting. G is upstairs hiding whilst I prep this because I don't want him to hear before I serve up what I'm making. So I'm going to show you my ingredients. I'm going to give you a little warning here and say that it's not a spectacular, out of this world, extravagant, experimental, adventurous cheese toastie. I thought for this first competition back after so long, I would go for like perfection and simplicity, but make it great rather than be really experimental. I'm going to leave the old cheese toastie playlist down below in the description box, but if you remember, I think I did like a meatball or like a minced sloppy joe toastie in the past. Like, I got very experimental with my cheese toasties and I kind of want to bring it all back. It doesn't have very many ingredients, it will be very easy to make, but if I nail it, it has the potential to be like up there. So I've got two types of cheese. I've got some Emmental slices and some number 3 medium cheese cheddar, dill speared pickles, got some of my favourite bread, which is Warburton's Tiger Bloomer. Oh my God, so good. Mayo, because as we know, mayo works so much better than butter when it comes to making that perfectly crispy cheese toastie. So there's no butter involved, but we are using mayo today. I picked up this new one of Heinz, my fave. And then also just some hot sauce, just to add a little bit of heat coming through. I just thought the combination of 2 different types of very stringy cheeses along with the crunch of pickle would just be a very delicious combination. Also, for some reason, I kind of want to add sweet corn in, but I don't know if that's taking it a little bit too far, so I might save that for my next one. Yeah, this isn't going to take me long to make at all. It's going to be very quick, so let's get cracking. Should also say I've got so many ideas for different cheese toasties, so yeah, going forward they are going to be a little bit more experimental than this. I thought, yeah, to kick it off, we'll keep it simple. So I've got my grater. I'm going to grate my cheddar. We want to make it like quite stringy and melty and cheesy, so I'm going to do a lot of this. G used to get very experimental with his camera angles whilst vlogging, so I'm so excited to see him vlog again. That's like nearly a whole block. That might be enough. That might be enough. Let's see how we go. You know what would be helpful? If I actually turned some lights on, because I'm vlogging in the dark. Right, bread. I am going to mayo up both sides of each of these bread slices. Also, if you guys have any like restrictions you want to put in place for future episodes, for example, if you'd like us to try like a vegan one time, I think we have done that already, but we can definitely do it again. I think an air fryer toastie might be a great idea for 1 week as a theme. A sweet toastie might be a great idea. So if you have any ideas, do let us know, leave a comment. Maurice, welcome to the world of cheese toasties. He's coming over for a sniff lick. He wants to know what's going on. That is all buttered. This is going to be so quick. I might start assembling. For assembly, we're going to do slice of Emmental, grated cheese, another slice of Emmental, and then pickles. Whoa, these are huge slices. Look at that. So you might actually have to fold or like rip some off and like layer it like that. And then what if I can't get it open? No, I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Oh my God, that's not coming off. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to take this up to G to open because I can't actually do it. I'm gonna cover it in that. I'm gonna take it up and see if he can help me. Maurice, try and help me open it. But without looking. Don't smell it either. Oh no! Don't look. How hard is that?
Jesus Christ.
Oh no! He did it! And I don't think he knows what it is either, so let's get one out. Let's give it a try as well. I might try and chop it in half. I've just had another thought that maybe another good restriction would be like a budget, like a £5 toastie. Might be quite difficult these days because I feel like everything is so expensive at the moment, but a good challenge. I've kind of like cut the wet bit off. I'm just gonna lay that on top here. And some hot sauce. Shit. 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 Oh my god, that's a lot. Oh dear. Oh no. Oh no. Put some more cheese on it. To heat my toasties up, I'm using a griddle pan. Need to move my flours. I'm gonna get that hot. Some of you might remember we used to use like an actual toasty machine, like toasty maker, but you'll have also seen that like caught on fire and almost exploded when I was cooking a cheese toastie. So ever since then we've been kind of using a griddle pan, which works actually I think a bit better because you don't have to worry about overfilling it. Okay, let's do this. Just put that plate I was using on top to kind of weigh them down a bit, and I've also turned the heat down because I don't want them to burn. And then I need to think about my name and I need to think about presentation. I've kind of got an idea for presentation. I'm thinking we've got some nice plates since our competition, so I'm going to use this, cut it in half, add some kimchi to the side because G's obsessed with kimchi at the moment. Use this one. Also adds a nice little bit of spice as well. Just need to flip them, which is always the hard bit. Oh yeah, that looks so good. They look pretty good. I'm really happy with that. That took no time at all. I think they're done. So I'm going to put them onto a board and I'm going to chop them in half. Oh, the cheese isn't as stringy as I wanted. No. Come sit here.
Oh.
Introducing you to, I've called it It Takes Two.
Oh, like our favourite video game.
Yeah. Back in.
Okay. I like that you've added a bit of kimchi to it.
Of course. Anything to score those extra points. So I'm very happy with the bread, but yeah, let's see.
Your bread looks great. Yeah. This is literally the idea I just had upstairs.
Stop it.
I was going to call it cheese and pickle. But I was going to do pickles and then like pickled onion.
You can still do that.
What cheese have we got in here then?
My idea was to make a very simple toastie but do it to perfection. Like not too many ingredients, not too like over the top, but like done very well. I think
Ticks those boxes.
What I haven't done very well is my cheese isn't very melty or stringy, but maybe that's because of the cheese I used. Like I wanted the cheese to be like proper stringy, but it's not. It's just it is melted, but it's like
That's pretty stringy.
Okay, maybe it could be more though, no?
That's pretty good.
Oh, that's pretty stringy.
It's got that really rich, fatty taste, which
Gets your jowl.
Gets my jowl there.
Because of all the cheese. I was worried that I didn't put enough cheese in, but actually I think
you did.
I think it's fine. Okay, so I've called it Takes Two because it's really only 2 ingredients, and that's cheese and pickles.
Just a good cheddar, is it?
It's not even a good cheddar.
What is it?
Just a number 3 cheddar, and then some Emmental. dill pickles, and hot sauce.
Oh.
Which isn't coming through too much. Like, one of them I actually doused in hot sauce by accident.
The pickle. You douse the pickle in hot sauce.
Chucked it all on top of the pickle.
How do you do the bread in the griddle?
Griddle pan, mayo.
Delicious.
I'm trying to find
Not trying to be anything it's not.
No, it's just it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
It's babe, that's quite high praise, I reckon. Right, we've got a few categories. We did so many. Aroma. The last one we did was called strawberry lips.
Why? What on earth was that?
That wasn't the one with jam in it, was it?
What are some of the names of this? Cheese Toastie. What is
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky. Buttery
baby. Beanswick East. What was that?
Must have had
baked beans in it.
Baked beans in it.
The Vegan Delight and the Clueless Vegan. Babe Strikes Back. The American Christmas. We did so many.
Oh, sweet bitty.
So aroma, texture, feel, appearance, taste, and uniqueness. Oh, I'm going to score down on uniqueness. Texture.
Oh, great texture, babe. Because you got the crunchy bread. You've also got the kind of soft, like a soft crunch of the pickle.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Very gooey, thick layer of cheese. So I don't know if you could want anything else in that. What else could you put in there? Got to score a 10 on texture.
Whoa!
Because the bread's done perfect as well. It's not
Yeah, I know.
too soft. It's not burnt.
It's perfectly crunchy, isn't it? Feel.
Feels great. Decent amount of cheese. Pickles take up the sandwich, so everywhere you bite you're getting a bit of pickle. Feels like a 10.
Really? Wow. Appearance.
Pretty good.
Not the best looking.
Got a little bit of kimchi on the side. Nice plate. Nothing fancy. Just get what you're given.
Is what it is.
Is what it is.
What have I got?
Bit of mascara. On that side it's dots, and on that side it's a line.
Is it gone? Thanks, babe. Find a man who tells you when you've got mascara under your eyes, because you don't want to be walking around and then look in the mirror and be like, why are they looking at me like that? You know what I mean? Good advice.
Appearance, I'm going to give you a 7 for appearance, babe.
Okay.
Not you, the Toastie. I'll give you a 10.
Taste. You know what I like about it, and which is surprising me? I thought that a gherkin pickle would add texture, but it also adds a sweetness, which I actually really like.
It's also like a vinegary. Yeah, so definitely, to speak like Wanky Chef, that sharpness of the vinegary pickle cuts through the fattiness of the cheese.
Wanky Chef talk.
Wanky Chef talk.
Remember, this is only the first in the series.
9 on taste.
Really?
9 on taste, babe.
Right. I'm getting more hot sauce in this one. Uniqueness. Now this is where I'm going to score quite down.
Or tiger bread though. It's funny, that's quite unique. Don't think we've had a tiger bread entry before. Give it a 6.
Can you add that up for me? 10?
Yeah.
10. 7.
Yeah.
9. 6.
42.
Whoa! That's quite good, that.
Great.
Cool. Amazing. I'm so excited for yours, babe.
Oof.
Thank you guys so much for watching my half. Stay tuned, because in a second you'll be seeing G's contribution. How's that? Come closer.
I always have to kind of squat when I'm using Kate's camera. Because we go to the shops together, we have to kind of go our separate ways, so she doesn't see what I'm buying for the cheese toasties and I don't see what she's buying for her cheese toasties. They end up buying like decoy ingredients in case they see the basket, you know, and then they don't know what actually you're having. So my decoys today are grapes by ml. That's not actually my decoy, that's just for Kate. That can go in the fridge. Not really a decoy ingredient, but an ingredient that I can have and enjoy later. But Kate doesn't know I've got, because she's not allowed to look in the bag of ingredients. Snuck that little guy in, so yeah, I'll have that later. Kate doesn't know that exists. We'll squirrel that away. Bananas, decoy. So my idea of the toastie is kind of inspired by Kate's last one, because what I really liked about hers was how you had like the fatty cheese and then the gherkin, which was kind of vinegary and sharp and cut through the kind of fattiness, which was really nice. Take that idea and run with it. We've got melty cheese, Gruyere, mozzarella and cheddar. We've got some shallots. We're going to fry those bad boys down, caramelise them. Got some sourdough bread. Got a bit of Dijon mustard for a little bit of heat, because I really like a little bit of heat these days. Then we've got some balsamic vinegar. What I'm going to do is, after I've caramelised the shallots, going to add this to give it that kind of sharp vinegary taste that I really like. That's also kind of sweet. And then we've got olive oil and bread. Normally we kind of butter the bread and then fry it like that, and sometimes do it with mayo. Mayo's quite good, but the other day we had like a bruschetta-y thing, and I really like how sourdough really crisps up when you use oil and heat it up. So I'm going to use oil instead, so we get a really crisp bread and then the lovely gooey cheesiness. That's my thinking. My other idea is cut the crusts off, because I'm a child, but also because like what I don't like when you're making a toastie is the kind of burnt crispiness you get around the edge of which is the crust. So I think remove that, just go straight to the good stuff. I'm going to start chopping some stuff and I'll see you in a second. Also worth noting that we've got Electric Wire Hustle playing in the background. Always very important to have a good playlist when you're making a toastie. Also, the little thing I'm doing to mix it up is using this pan rather than like the griddle, which gives you those kind of burnt, nice charring lines. Don't want that. I want nice, even toastedness. And so for that, I'm going to use a flat pan. You know, really, I'm really chucking out the rule book on this one. Oh, ignore the weeping. Got shallots. How many? How many do you have? Because I'm going to cook them down and caramelise, they'll probably shrink down a bit. I don't want it to be like, oh, there's not enough shallots and onion in this, I can't taste it. So do I A, cook another shallot, maybe not use it all, or risk having too much shallot, or just stick to one big shallot because that's probably fine. That is probably fine for 2 toasties, isn't it? Yeah, probably, yeah. I've never really perfected the art of caramelising onions. Apparently it takes like 25 to 30 minutes. I'm not going to make you sit through that, but I might just, you can check it whenever you like really. Just have an idea. I think what I'm going to do is Dijon, spread that on the toast, just like a little spread. I was thinking of maybe mixing it up with the cheese. I think because the onions are going to be in that, it'll be a bit messy. So spread that on the bread. And then maybe we use a bit of mayo, combine that with the mustard in a little pot, so you can use it as a bit of a dipping sauce. I don't know if we get marked on dipping sauces, but maybe I should add that as a category. Look at this, you're right in front of the cheese scones, not the, no, onions in. I don't know how TV chefs do this, you know, how can they concentrate on actually like cooking and stuff, and talking and finding stuff to talk about on camera. Add a little bit of salt in there, season. 25 minutes, so I've got like 25 minutes to grate some cheese, so I'll have a crack at that. I'm really going for like the meltier the better, so all these cheeses chosen to be the best melting cheeses, and in true form, probably going to grate way too much. That cheddar, that's Gruyere, Gruyere, cheddar, Gruyere, cheddar. No difference. God, mozzarella's just the best thing ever in it. Look at that, beautiful. Jump on that. 2 slices of bread, either side of it. Happy days. I don't know if you've ever tried to grate mozzarella, but it doesn't really work. Mozzarella. Oh my God, this is so much cheese. I think I've got way too much. So you know when you're done because you've made a sufficient mess, and then I'm just going to mix that up. Some of you have been asking how the onions are coming along, so I'm going to show you that now. Hopefully not burning too much, just nicely cooking. Impossible to do while also filming. Didn't I say the worry is that the onions cook down too much and reduce to nothing? I did warn myself. It's a little pile, I think these are ready for a bit of balsamic vinegar. Before you add balsamic vinegar to your onions, I always recommend just taking the lid off. Oh yeah, look at that. There we go. Right, so I'll just let that reduce, then I'm going to cool them, then I'm going to get on with my bread. Simpler days when we had toasting machines in it. I love it in like MasterChef and other cooking shows where they cook something and then they're like, reserve the pan, don't do anything with it, and then add your next thing into that. I feel like that's like a really baller alpha move in cooking, so I'm going to do that. Because there's a little bit of balsamic left on the pan, a little bit of onion. Fry the bread in that. That doesn't look like enough, does it? So what I'm going to do, let that cool. I'm going to add that to the cheese, and that will be going into the toastie. These slices are huge, so I'm going to have to do them in 2 pans. A little bit of drizzle of olive oil. And repeat. There we got our oil bread, a little sprinkle of salt on that as well, just to give it that salty taste. These will go in the pan. Small ones in the small pan, big ones in the big pan. And so, there we go. Check back in a sec. Didn't cut the crusts off. Just winging it. Just thought, why cut them off? That's more work. That takes you longer to get to eating the toastie, so I'm keeping the crusts on. All right, so we got one side of the bread toasted, so I'll put the cheese on that, make the sandwich, back in the pan. My onions are cooled. I will put these in the cheese and then mix that up. Mix it up until all the onions just seem to disappear and you may as well not have bothered. This is where I give Kate more of the onion because she's marking it, so she needs to have the better one. And you know, because I love her and she's my wife and stuff, but neither marks. I do not want to think about how much cheese I'm ingesting and how many calories are in this. Pre-toasty making, there they are. Bosh. I'm hoping for a nice bit of gooiness coming out of that. Forgot another thing, this. So I'm going to hopefully salvage that and just spread it on one of them now. While that's cooking, make mustard mayo. So you should know it's about done when the kitchen fills with smoke. You get an unbearable sort of acrid smell of burnt cheese, and you've used every single appliance in the kitchen. And we are done. So I like to serve my toasty. Just wallop straight on the plate, or maybe not.
It smells so good. Earlier, it smelled sweet and oniony. It was so good. What have we got here?
Oh, well, it was going to be called, and we'll still call it this.
Okay.
The crustless. Because I was going to take the crusts off, but I didn't take the crusts off because I forgot.
Oh.
And the reason I want to do that is because you can see it burns. They always burn and char.
Oh yeah, but that's kind of nice though because it's crunchy. Right, so
try it. That's like a little Dijon mayo dip if you want it, but you might not need it.
That is a great looking stringy cheese toasty. Mmm.
Look at that! Yay!
Mmm. Oh my god. We got mustard inside. Mmm. Yum. I'm getting a little mustard.
Yeah, maybe too much.
I'm getting a great cheese. I'm getting a crispy bread.
I would like to do it again because you can't taste the shallot at all, can you? I caramelised the shallots and then added balsamic vinegar to them and then mixed that in with the cheese. But you can't taste any of it. There's what.
I can. Maybe you just needed more of it. But when you do get a bit, you can taste it sweet. It's very sweet. Sweet and oniony, which is nice.
I was hoping like the balsamic vinegar would kind of cut through the cheese in the way that your gherkins did. That's not happened. I did like a really big shallot, but they just reduced. Should have done more, and I told everyone that I should have done. This
is hitting the spot for me.
There's no cheese in there.
Maybe it's because I pulled it all out.
I did so much cheese. Like a whole bowl of cheese.
I've got a lot of onion though.
There's some left.
I've got a lot of onion in this one.
Also did olive oil on the bread rather than butter or mayo.
Right.
I liked, when we did it the other day, I liked how crispy it made the bread. But I don't think I'd used enough oil.
Maybe it's well crispy.
Maybe there was enough cheese because I've just had half of that and that was tough. Oh, cheesy. The crusty crustless.
Is that what you want to call it?
Yeah, the crusty crustless.
Crusty is an awful word.
Crusty.
You full already? Yeah, why is this one then?
A lot of cheese. So much cheese.
Texture. That is a great texture, that. Crispy bread, gooey cheese. The shallots are kind of blending in texture-wise with the cheese because then they haven't got a bit of texture to them. But I'm going to give it 8. Feel, I love it. I think 3 different types of cheese. You got your vegetable, you got your shallot, you got your balsamic and you got your mustard. I don't know what else.
But the ratios are way off.
I'll give it an 8.
That's being very generous.
7. Appearance. It looks like a fucking great cheese toasty, but I wasn't very impressed with the appearance on my plate. No thought went into that. The toasty itself looks amazing, so I'm going to give it a 5.
What did you do last week? You put like some kimchi.
Yeah, but I like balance them up like that. I had a smaller plate, so it didn't look.
To be fair, yeah.
Also, you gave mine a 7.
Fair enough. It was definitely worse than yours.
Taste 9. Uniqueness. I do think this is quite unique because of the mustard. If you hadn't put the mustard in there, I wouldn't have thought to put mustard with a balsamic shallot and all those different types of cheeses. Like, I've never had a cheese with Gruyere, mozzarella, and the other one. What was the other one?
Cheddar.
I'm going to give that an 8. What do you think about that?
Very generous mood.
I get up mood.
37, I think.
Cool, babe. 37 out of 50. That means that my toasty called It Takes Two is the winner this week.
Oh.
Champion!
I also didn't feel like I needed to lie down after I had yours.
You didn't?
No, but that...
I wonder why. I need to open my pants.
Same amount of cheese, smaller toasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the way forward, isn't it?
Life lesson. Comment down below letting us know what one of these you would prefer, and also comment if you have any ideas for the theme of the next cheese toasty challenge. Probably give it a break so we can digest all this cheese. Yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with the second video in series 2. Lots of love, guys.